or something
But
like
they're
that
not
on it. But
dry. I think
I like
having
them.
that moist, putting them in that way, they came out cooked, you know.
I know, but you should have been able to
Mm.
shape them a little bit. I think I just gotta, just bring it together in the bowl just a little bit.
I don't know,
More.
they taste good to me.
But anyway.
It's not our norm, so it feels out of the norm.
I know, doesn't it? It's like just
Save
crazy.
everything.
I think so.
Tell
I
me
mean,
what you're
I've got the
gonna-
flour, baking
Okay.
powder, baking soda.
Okay.
I have the sugar. And are your hands clean? Oh no,
I'll
you got those fingernails. Forget
No,
that.
I wash my hands.
No, you gotta mix the
Can't use
lemon.
a spoon.
No,
You have to smash it?
Yeah. And then I already got my thing here made. You'll measure the
Lavender.
here. I'll get my glasses.
The
Lavender is
lavender
3
goes on
teaspoons.
That goes on last.
No, it goes in here, but I'm just getting stuff
Oh.
ready.
Ooh.
3 teaspoons. We might have to juice this lemon, so you could
This is
do
our
that.
same- okay. This is our same text. Font.
And then the butter. This is for that. We might need 11. Oh yeah, you know what? I'm gonna have you zest this. Might as well zest all of this.
Okay.
Then you're gonna squeeze it. Here's my egg. Oh yeah, you can do the egg. Do I have a fork here?
No.
Well, the fork's in there. We don't want to do that one. Okay, you're gonna crack the egg in the buttermilk there.
Oh, into this. Okay.
And then, the lavender goes in with the flour and that. Okay, yeah. Oh, okay. I think we got it.
And if we don't, we'll make it work as we.
I think
always
we
do.
got it.
Woohoo!
Okay, bring them on. Oh, good.
Two of their names.
Good.
Wow, look at this big group. Oh my gosh.
Boy, they're up close.
I
But you know
love
what? The
it.
thing is, if we move up close, we won't see all of this.
Right,
So, yeah.
Hi, Amy. Hi,
Hi, y'all.
Lisa. We're so excited.
Well, I'm excited to see you guys. One of these days, I'll get a hold of this whole technology thing.
Us too.
All of that stuff. It's. I think it'll be a learning process until the day I die.
I can't even comment on that because every time we do something comes up. But today we're smooth, we're on early, everything's good. So
Yay!
Make sure we're all on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Patricia? Okay.
Yeah.
Leanne?
Yes.
Yes, you're Leanne. Okay. Well, anyway, Lisa here will make sure you're all on if we're waiting for someone. But hey, you know what? Thank you so much for joining me. I so appreciate you guys subscribing. I feel like I'm yelling. I don't know why. Thank you so much for subscribing. But even, looking at the cooking with Amy or little Amy Roloff's Little Kitchen, I really appreciate it. I'm no culinary chef, but I like to think I am. So, anyway, I just really appreciate you all taking the time to be here with us. And especially, this is my little kitchen, and basically this is it.
Yes.
You got the dishwasher and stuff like that over there. You got the refrigerator over there. Oh yeah, do you guys see this? This is my new
hood.
fan and new
hood.
backsplash. Oh, I love it so much better because I used to have the microwave there.
Right.
It created like you're going into a cave, and I think I have a little claustrophobic.
Yeah. And doesn't really take off the exhaust.
Yeah, it doesn't take off the exhaust because I hate tight clothing too. Thank God.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't look good in that. But, anyway.
It's beautiful.
Oh, Lucy and Ethel. So anyway, thank you for joining us. This is a very basic recipe. We're going to do lemon lavender scones, and I'll tell you the reason why we're doing it. But I just want to make sure everyone's on. So take it away, Lisa.
I'll introduce everyone. So just kind of wave at us when we call your name. So Christine and Terry Copeland. Hi.
And they're from Carrollton, Texas. All right.
Thanks for joining. Patty Tigner.
Patty. Okay, there she is.
From Colorado Springs,
Colorado.
Yeah. Michelle Burgess and Stacy McDonald.
Hi there.
Cool.
So you guys are friends, Stacy and Michelle?
We are, yes.
Yes.
And both from Ontario, Canada.
Yeah.
And then Krista and Chris, is it Lovey or Lovey?
Lovey.
All right.
All right. And Leanne Ladd. Oh, sorry. Krista and Chris are from Rohnert Park, California. So you're on the west side.
Oh, yeah.
And then we've got Leanne Ladd from Macedon, New York.
Macedon.
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 Okay. Macedon, New
You
York.
know, she's in Iowa or Northwest. Iowa. Well, wasn't your mom from Iowa?
Oh, North Dakota.
Oh, North Dakota. Oh, I forgot about that. Anyway, so,
Yeah.
you know, I don't do a lot of Zooms, so I will try and not overstep you. And hopefully we'll try and not overstep each other. I don't know how much y'all have been doing Zoom calls and that, but we'll definitely ask questions, ask me anything you want about the show, about cooking, about life, about, I don't know, second marriage. It doesn't matter. Ask me anything.
And we do have questions from everybody.
That's
too.
great. That's
Yeah.
great. I love it.
So maybe you can get started.
And yeah, we'll get started with the recipe. First question I want to know is who is making this with me right now? So we got two people. Okay.
Yep.
Good.
We already made ours.
Okay, good. Oh, guess what?
No, don't tell the pop.
Sure, no. So did I. I gotta pretend I'm a cooking show, you know, you gotta have it already done. So I have it on this nice little, I feel so far away from this thing.
Yeah.
So I have it on this nice thing here, you know?
Nice.
But, anyway, no, I'm glad some of you guys made it ahead of time. I'm glad that some of you guys are cooking with me. I don't always assume that because sometimes you guys just want to look and listen and see and then ask questions and that. So we'll get going on the recipe now because it'll take about 20 to 25 minutes to bake, depending, and then maybe we can all give it a shot. I know it tastes good, and I'll tell you, if Lisa and Chris think it tastes good, tell you the truth, I don't care about anybody else. No, I'm just kidding. Of course.
Everything she makes tastes good. So
Oh no, listen, there have been stuff that I made. I take a bite of it and people, oh no, it's okay. I said, no, I don't think it's okay. In the garbage it goes. You know? Oh yeah, so the reason I picked the lemon lavender scones is because for us in the States, Mother's Day is coming up here pretty soon. And we've got spring, or we're in the middle of spring, but we also got bridal showers. We got baby showers, or I don't know, summer's coming up. You know, sometimes I've done Bible studies with women and they've come over my house, so I'll have a little treat or snack. I don't know, I just love a scone. It kind of reminds me of being a little British. And I feel so like, oh, coffee or tea, you know? And stuff like that. And for you guys in Ontario, Canada, my grandfather my dad's dad originated from England, went into Canada, Ontario, Hamilton, really. I think it's outside of Ontario.
Yes.
And then crossed over into Michigan, and my dad was born in Michigan. Just a little tidbit there. Anyway. So I just thought it'd be nice to do scones if you got Mother's Day coming up, or if you're doing brunch, or if you're doing brunch at your house, or anyway. Some of my scones have come out a little dry and more like a biscuit, like you would have with soup or something like this. But I'm not sure if you guys have already made it, if you tasted it at all. But I don't know. I like
four of them.
Yeah, I like it because it's more. It's flaky. I mean, how would you describe it? It's flaky. It's
I got a sneak taste before.
Yeah.
Chris and I got the treat. So Yeah, I think it's flaky, but it's not crumbly.
Yeah.
And
It's
so,
not dry and
well-
you don't feel like you have to take a drink afterwards.
yeah.
So
Very
anyway,
good. So anyway, let's.
hopefully y'all like it. So I've got 2.5 cups of flour in this. We're gonna go ahead and add in our baking powder, which was 1 tablespoon. Believe me, I do not have these memorized. And about a 1/3 teaspoon of baking soda. I mean, if you go over it a tad, I don't think it's gonna hurt it at all. Now, do I have my sugar? Oh yeah, here's my sugar.
Okay.
I have this sugar, and what I thought was really good at this too, because I wouldn't have thought about it, but I looked on some other recipes. It really does help to put the lemon zest.
Yeah, the zest.
And you know what? If you do what did I say? 2 to 3 tablespoons of lemon zest, however it comes out, you know, it'll be good. If you want a little bit more and have it a little bit more lemony, that's great. But if you really just use your fingers a little bit and mash the lemon zest in the sugar, I think it incorporates a lot more of the lemon within your scone because it's not just flaky lemon zest. Now your sugar is infused with a little bit of that lemon. And I did this morning and I loved it.
Yeah.
I'm like, why didn't I know, I probably did this earlier and, whatever.
That's a good technique though. I mean.
So whenever you think it's done, of course, normally if you all weren't looking at me, I'd probably lick my fingers, but anyway.
But she's not going.
It's got sugar and lemon. It's like lemonade, So here we go. We're just gonna dump that in there. Can you measure me 3 teaspoons of the lavender?
Mm-hmm. Teaspoons or tablespoons?
Oh yeah, a little bit of salt. I just do a dash.
How much teaspoons?
Now, if you want
3?
this a little bit sweeter, I would just add in a little bit more sugar. But I thought for me, this was enough because a scone is more like what I would call like a fancy biscuit with a little sweetness to it. Oh yeah, 1. So we're gonna add 3 teaspoons of culinary lavender. Now I looked this up. Now I don't know if you guys all knew, but I thought, well, what makes lavender culinary? Basically, if you go to a lavender farm and you take the little buds, you can use that in cooking. It's edible.
If I hadn't been able to find this at the store, I was going to totally ravage my dried flowers to get
Good. Good. Do that. You can very much do that. I went to multiple sites. You Google it. We Google everything, don't we?
Right.
And so, because I thought, man, I should know this.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things that I probably knew, but I was too scared to say it in case I was wrong. So I had to look it up. But if you go to the lavender, if you pick your own or buy lavender or something like that, just make sure it's, more the fragrant English lavender or whatever. And really what you want is just the buds and just make sure, it doesn't have dirt or dust or whatever. And you can shake it a little bit in a little sifter thing just to make sure, and then just use that. So we're going to stir this all together.
Did you put in the baking powder?
Yep, I put in the
soda?
baking powder. I put in the baking soda.
Okay.
I put in the salt.
Got it.
And I put in, now what she is going to do, you could just go and buy buttermilk. I just don't use buttermilk enough. So it works for me to make my own buttermilk. Now there's probably a little bit more lemon juice in here than I probably normally would do if I just needed buttermilk, because I didn't want it overpowered with lemon. But there's a little extra in here because, these are lavender scones. I wanted more lemon. So I already put my lemon juice in here. I'm not sure if you guys did. I should have told you that in the very beginning, but go ahead and do that because it'll take a few minutes for it to thicken up and all that stuff.
That's just from the
Yeah.
lemon juice?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know
Yes.
that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, very cool.
It's your souring the milk.
So was it whipping cream? That you-
No, 1 cup of milk.
No,
See my
just plain
see my directions? 1 cup of milk.
Wow, I didn't know
So
that.
here, can you crack the egg and just whisk this in here? We're gonna whisk in the egg.
It's right there in the.
Get in here. Right in the buttermilk, sorry. Yeah, I always think I'm forgetting something for y'all. Yeah, let me just- okay, yeah. Okay, and then I'm just gonna splash in a little bit of vanilla.
Okay.
Vanilla makes everything good.
Okay.
If I didn't put in this, and I didn't, I'm gonna modify this recipe because when you're doing biscuits or when you're doing pie crust, making your own pie crust and everything, it really does help to use very cold butter or stick it in the freezer and then take it out. So my apologies if I didn't remind you guys of that.
Use cold butter.
Yeah, I just took it out of the fridge.
Okay.
But if you stuck it in the freezer, that's even better. Because really what you want is the little bits of butter, throughout your whole biscuit. And that's what helps make it rise and have all that wonderfulness. I already did salt. Okay. And I think for me, I like grating my butter. It really does help. And it saves you time from using a pastry cutter. I mean, if you want an arm workout, go for it. Just slice it up and get your arm workout, man. I tell you, why lift weights? But here we go. Okay. Sorry, I didn't grate this ahead of time, so I'm just grating it. Luscious. And because we just put a dash of salt in here, if you use salted butter, that's okay. Unsalted, that's okay. To me, if I used unsalted butter, I probably would have added a little more, just a heavy dash of salt. The salt, adds flavor, but it's never good to add too much.
Right.
Of course, the one thing about doing it this way, I should have had a plastic bag over this butter because my hand is warming up the butter. So we're just going to grate this. And look at all those cute little curly cues.
Nice.
And it just makes it easier if your butter's cold.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, are you helping me follow this?
I am.
Because you know me, I always forget something.
That's why I said, did you put the salt in? Did you put the, okay, I think we've got everything. I think this is it.
Okay.
Is everybody checked off too? Yep, they've done it too.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry, if you guys did it ahead of time, I will say a hallelujah. But I didn't.
Yeah.
And if I graded it, I'm gonna make that note on this recipe. It's really good if you freeze it. So I'm just gonna dump it in here. And before I use the pastry cutter, we have another fork here. Let's just use this one. I just like to mix the flour in with the butter. And hopefully it may break it up a little bit. Okay, what do I do here?
Okay.
Okay, yeah. Okay, after this, we're gonna use a pastry cutter or whatever you have. Just gonna mash this a little bit so to make sure.
Gosh, that makes it so much easier. I can't believe it.
Oh yeah, it does.
Wow.
Instead of trying to mash up your cut butter.
I love that.
Sometimes when I'm in a rush doing these recipes, I tell you, it's, you'd be amazed because, obviously this isn't like a sophisticated cooking show, but I don't have cameraman and everything like this. I'm videotaping and I got to go there, turn it off, wait till it cooks or get all my other stuff. And I'll tell you, it's one of the reasons I love Rachel Ray. She is like, I've met her, I've cooked with her. She's awesome. It was a long time ago, but I love her. The kitchen is so real. It's like, I loved during COVID seeing her cook at home. So anyway, just make sure, whenever you think your butter is mashed in, that's good. Okay, and then we're just going to make a little well. Are we on to that stuff? Yes.
All right. Yep.
Oh, no. Oh yeah, the milk mixture. Okay, yeah. We're just gonna add in the milk milk measure, milk mixture.
Mixture.
All right. Any questions so far?
What you were doing before.
You guys like making scones? Have you made them before?
Love scones.
Yesterday,
Okay.
twice.
Because usually when I have soup and stuff, depending, I really want to get into more bread making. Not all the different kinds of bread, but I want to have like 6 breads that I make all the time and they come out good and all this other stuff. But biscuits to me are easy. They're rustic. So if they don't come out perfect, it's all okay because they're still good, and breakfast and soups and all this other stuff. All right, so we're just gonna pour that in here. Okay. Now if you're just slowly mix it in here. In fact, you know what? I might just get a spatula. So it's like more or less folding it, making sure all the flour gets wet.
I'm holding the cutting board. It's sliding all over the place.
I'm used to stirring this bowl. Oh, brothers.
I knew I was going to hear that today.
What was that?
I knew I was going to hear "Oh Brothers" today.
Oh.
To it.
Well, you know, one of my words, my kids always said, "What does that mean, Mom?" Because I used to say cremola a lot. And I'm like, well, it's a lot better than saying some other words. And sometimes I do say some other words.
Cremola.
And so to me, it was just a more, I think this is good. Because you don't want to overmix it.
Well, let's show
Because,
them what it looks
yeah.
like.
It looks rough. It looks raggedy. You know, it's just like, you're like, really? Is this really going to come together? And then here I told you to cut them into 12 triangle shapes. I think I cut mine into 8. I'm like, okay, these are a little big. But I like the little rectangle. I haven't done that in a while. So a little rectangle, you almost like cut them in somewhat or a square shape or something. And then you cut the little squares into triangles. So they're a little more petite, like if you're doing a tea party or,
I like
you know,
those.
something like that.
I like when they're smaller like that too. I mean, you can do so much with these.
Yeah,
That's what's
you can.
so fun about it.
Well, you also can just make them little round ones too, you
Mhm.
know? Okay, just lightly flour a surface. I told myself when I did this earlier today, when I made the other ones over there, I think instead of the counter, I think I want to get one of those like really big silicone pad things. Just do my flour on there. Oh my gosh, so much easier cleaning it. Do any of you guys have one of those?
No.
Okay, I think I'm getting myself one. Like a big one.
A silk pack.
Yeah, silk pack. Not the little ones. I like the big one.
I know what I did.
But anyway.
I can still see
Okay.
it.
We're putting those all in.
Nope, we're putting this all on here. Now, if it sticks, usually what I do is just kind of dust my hands with the flour. I don't want it to all stick.
Are you done with these forks?
Yeah, I think so. And then we're just gonna roughly shape it together just so it comes together a little bit. Now, I don't know how else to, you don't want it to knead it. Because if you're kneading it, then you're doing something to the gluten.
Make it too tight.
Too tough. It makes it too tough. And sometimes it doesn't rise as well. So you don't need it to be all smooth. I'm just trying not to have it stick all over here. Okay. All right, and then I'm just gonna shape it into a round circle. Just press it down a little bit. You want it to be about, yeah, we'll need that, yes. I don't know how, I didn't say how thick, but you
It's
know,
like a dinner plate.
a half inch maybe.
About dinner plate size.
Are we all good here? Okay, I just
Okay. Yeah.
I was getting rolling, and I kind of forgot everyone.
Ahead. Does that a lot.
Oh gosh. That's why I have a good friend and a good partner here, because man, she keeps me in line. So this is a box scraper, or whatever you want to call it. Because it's still moist inside, I'm just putting a little flour on the edge so it doesn't stick. I just cut it in half. Cut it in half again. Oh yeah, I'm sorry, but hopefully you guys read the recipe. I usually tell everyone, heat your oven to 375.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm gonna now cut this. Now I have this in quarters. I'm gonna cut each quarter 3 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh my God.
Wow.
What do you know? 4 times 3, 12. Oh, brothers.
I love that you can see the lavender in the dough.
This is soft, so might have to, whatever knife or whatever you're using
Now, it just.
to really flour it so it doesn't pull it apart or stick it. I don't know why this is taking me a long time to cut it, but it is.
Did the last one?
No,
But
that's
you
probably
made-
why they're so big.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
And then
I've got a baking sheet here, or I would say a cookie sheet pan. Sometimes I think people get mixed up with the baking sheet. Is it the one with the little rim, or is it the one with no rim? I have one with no rim, but if you do a baking sheet that just has a little rim, I mean, I think that will work fine.
you want a spatula?
No, I need that.
So even if I have to move around with it.
Are we all good?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna get ready to put it on my thing here.
Just parchment paper.
Yeah. Hopefully this will work. Yeah, man, this is soft. I don't remember the last one being this soft. Okay. Let's just start the first one. Where's that little puppy flower? Oh, here it is. Okay, the first one may not look so pretty. This is a little softer than my other one. I might have to change the flour content. Are you guys finding out that this is soft?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
You need more flour.
I'm not sure why it's so soft this time around.
Last time I made it, I used about 1.5 cups more flour to knead it, but yeah.
I would almost, yeah, I would almost, I'm sorry, what was that comment? Tell me again.
I said that I used about 1.5 cups of flour to try to get it to a place where I could actually work with it, because it was just wet.
I would say this almost needs about 1/2 cup more flour.
Yeah.
Need it before
I know, and it didn't turn out like this. I'm not sure. You know, you can have the same recipe. What in the world?
Yeah.
Why is it turning out different? Well, you know what, people? If it's not that perfect triangle,
Again.
it's gonna still look, it's
gonna
still gonna
taste
be
good.
good.
That's right.
Yeah.
It'll look rustic.
Okay, sorry, I'm so focused. My mind is going, and I would definitely probably add at least 1/4 more cup of flour. Had to blow the flour off.
In my face.
Oh, it's just my family eating it. If I was serving it to anybody else, I'd be like, no way.
I don't know, when it looks like done, it should look great.
Why is this so? Now, I would say, go ahead and brush this with a little cream or a little milk, but I'm thinking because this is so wet, and I'm not sure why, maybe I should have
Maybe skip
just
that.
patted it a little bit more or
Yeah,
whatever.
maybe need it a little.
But I am not gonna add cream to mine. I think with the glaze and everything, I think that'll be just as good. So let me show you my imperfect scones here.
It'll be beautiful.
Okay. Yeah,
They're gonna be so good.
But this is good. So we're gonna stick it in the oven.
375 for,
375 for, yeah, we're still good. For about 20 to 25 minutes, depending on your oven.
you wanna start the glaze?
Oh yeah, glaze, so. glaze here. Okay, lemon juice. About lemon juice, it will take, where's my lemon? I'm gonna show you what size lemon this thing was. But it's, you know, it's,
Pretty good size.
no, I'd say it's a regular shape oven. It's not small oven.
Lemon.
It's a regular shape lemon. What happens when I
You
talk
know,
too
we
fast?
haven't had a glass of that today. I think you need it.
Maybe too much coffee.
Not too much.
Service some, there's white in the fridge. It was probably a regular size lemon, but this will take the whole thing. So I use this. A lot of people can use it's a lemon squeezer, see? A lot of people, you guys could probably use your hand. I don't have long enough fingers to grip around this whole oven, this whole lemon. So, I love my lemon squeezer. I love it when you get a lemon that actually produces juice and not too hard. That you wonder, like, where's the juice? Okay, what else? Oh yeah. Then I have a little bit of lemon zest. This really helps if you want more of that lemon flavor. I will put that in. Okay, we forgot to zest that lemon. What a bummer.
There's
No, we forgot to zest it before we juiced it.
oh.
And so I forgot to tell
You told
you.
me to get the wine. I'm just looking for the wine. Is there one you want?
Oh, there. So anyway, I'll mix the zest. How much zest you get from the lemon is up to you. It can end up being a tablespoon, a teaspoon, or whatever. I just think incorporate some of the lemon zest in it will really help.
We're just gonna have a time.
That's what I mean.
If someone has their volume,
Yes.
Okay, just
oh
wait
yeah,
one sec.
I see someone following in our footsteps here.
What?
It's almost 5 o'clock where we are.
I guess I won't be going to the gym today.
Well, isn't it 5 o'clock somewhere?
That's what she said.
here in Ontario.
I mix the lemon zest in with the powdered sugar. I'll just pour in the lemon juice. In fact, how much is this? I don't know where I was looking for my quarter cup.
Oh, this was the half.
And if you think you need a little more juice or whatever, just add a little bit of cream to it.
Okay.
Or if it's too loosey-goosey, just add in a little more powdered sugar. Okay, this is how they turned out.
Oh, they're beautiful.
See?
Well,
She had nothing to worry about.
I've got to figure out why it was so wet. And I think that was part of the thing. I think I should have mixed it in the bowl a little bit longer for you guys and added just a little bit more flour. But you got to be careful with that because you don't want it too,
We'll see how they taste.
you don't want it.
So
Okay, I'm going to drizzle this. You guys have probably already done it. I still think
No,
mine
waited.
was a little, maybe that lemon produced a little more juice than I thought.
Oh, yeah. We want a little of this on there too.
Now, if you have any leftover lemon zest, if you so choose, or obviously lavender, if you really want to make it pretty, take a little lavender, little brand to just lay it across there so people know it's lavender, or just sprinkle some of the culinary lava. Oh, no.
Looks so pretty with that.
Oh, love lavender. Okay, my plate's a little messy, but yeah, see? I just think, you don't have to sprinkle the lavender on it, but of course my shapes could be a little better, but hey.
Well, let's take a bite of these. I'd love
Well,
to.
I think everyone else has, I hope.
know.
I don't know,
Let's
you
try.
you have one.
Okay, thanks.
I'll have one that looks like the shape of a potato.
All right, let's try.
I like it.
Mm.
You guys like them?
These are all going to my neighbors in about an hour.
Oh,
Mhm.
so good.
There's like 3 batches now. Yeah, this is my 3rd batch of these, so.
Oh, wow.
They're delicious.
Now,
Delicious.
why did you make 3 batches?
I was not gonna do it without making it. And then I got the lavender, so I practiced again. And then I made the 3rd batch today with you. So
Oh my God.
lots of people are gonna be happy and I'm gonna tell them where I got it. I did it with you.
Good.
Well, like,
And if you ever get to Dallas, Amy, I'll take you out to dinner.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I will.
My
Yeah.
daughter works in the stockyards,
Oh, really?
where they do the rodeos and stuff, so.
Oh, I love that. We have Pendleton. I don't know if you heard of Pendleton, Oregon. That's a big rodeo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my radio or my TV station carries it.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah,
And
Cowboy
the St. Paul rodeo is really big.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, cool.
yeah, these couldn't have come out any better.
I like that. I like them because they're not overly sweet. If you want something a little more sweet, I would just add just a little bit more sugar or something
But
like
they're
that
not
on it. But
dry. I think
I like
having that moist, putting them in that way, they came out cooked,
I know, but you should have been able to shape them a little bit. I think I just gotta, just bring it together in the bowl just a little bit.
I don't know,
More.
they taste good to
But
me.
anyway.
Amy, that's what we love about you. It's so real.
Oh yeah, you got to keep it real because you know what? I've spent way too much of my life just being different than everyone, trying to please other people and trying to fit in, or I assumed I had to do. That's the big thing. I assumed that's what I needed to do to be able to be included or a part of it. The older I got, and I think that's one of the things the show did for me, was because, not everyone is kind online, I definitely got a lot of comments in the early years. And I'll tell you that was enough to crush me because here I am, a mom, I'm a woman, and they're telling me I'm a bad mom, I'm bad this, is oh. But all I went back to is, I'm of the Christian faith, but my heart was into it. I did the best I could. So
Yeah.
I can't please all these people I don't know. And so, as time went on, I just say, you just be real as you can and, do the best you can. And that's really all you can ask for. And if it fails, you pick yourself up and do it again. So, yeah. Well, you know what? I appreciate y'all being here. I hope you had fun. I hope you enjoyed it. Go online or send us a message. Anything else you may want to see on Amy Roloff's Little Kitchen or even on our silly little live talk show and, stuff like that. I always look for ideas because, it's just kind of fun. It's a virtual neighborhood now.
Yes,
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
all right.
So thank you.
It was a lot of fun. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Cheers, ladies.
You guys want to do this again? Do it again.
Thank you.
Take care, you guys. And good luck with your 19-month-old.
Thank you.